Hey, everybody. We're live from Osgood Golf Course. I'm not Chris Larson. I'm Matt Cook from Rose Creek Golf Course. And to my left, I have Chris Larson from Osgood Golf Course. And to my right, we have the infamous Greg McCullough.
Whoa, you went infamous.
From Edgewood.
You look a little taller this week than you did last week, Matt.
I didn't.
And you're upright.
I haven't even had a chance to see the episode last week. I was afraid to watch
Don't worry about it. It's no big
because
deal.
I'm pretty sure you sabotaged me in some fashion.
No, we actually didn't.
We gave you.
should have.
We gave you every opportunity to rebut, right? Did we
Yes.
not? Yeah.
I bet the whole time all I went is like this.
No, you're actually.
That's normally what you do.
You're
though,
actually
right?
a little more like this.
Well, that's normally what I do as well. Hey, we are out at the beautiful Osgood Golf Course, and it is beautiful out here. And you've called a perfect day for this great event. What's going on today out here?
We're full service here at Osgood. This is really cool. It's fun seeing all of the parents and all of the kids show up, and it's kind of, when you pull it around the corner of the clubhouse, it's kind of like, oh, this is really cool. So we've got the drive chip putt going on. This is the local qualifier. Last year we had the sub-regional. So we're the first stage right now for the drive chip putt. So if you registered early this year and you got into this local qualifier, the thing that these kids are going to be doing, they're going to be hitting 3 drives, 3 chips, 3 putts, and we're going to tally up all of those points. There's points, you can get points for proximity to the hole along with your distance that you hit off of the tee. And then we're going to crown champions from age divisions ranging from 7 years old all the way up to 14. And those that then advance go on to Oxbow for the sub-regional. And then after Oxbow, they go to Denver, right? They're going to Colorado. And then that will be the regional. And then after that, they advance on to Magnolia Lane, Augusta National. So really fun deal that gets broadcasted on ESPN, and you see a lot of parents walking around looking at, maybe this is my ticket being punched to Augusta National.
Are we on the Ocho today?
We might be.
Locals on the Ocho. So ESPN Ocho, we're on the Ocho today.
That's not far from reality either when you talk about that, because in the Fargo area, whether it's been in the local or the sub-regional, we have had individuals that have come through this area that have made their way to Augusta.
We have, we had, and I'm struggling. I apologize, struggling for the name, but we did have a young lady that actually did make it all the way to Augusta from this sub-regional qualifier last year. So she came through Osgood. We'll take a peek at the. I got to look at the leaderboard there, but she was actually at Augusta last year. So, and Minnesota section. So.
Is she from the Park Rapids area?
Yes, there you go.
I think her father actually volunteers at Augusta for the tournament too, so it had to be an exceptional week for them.
So really, I mean, it is. There's not a lot of stages, 4 stages, right? You go local, you go sub-regional, and then you go regional, and then you're all the way to Augusta. So I mean, it is attainable, right? This is one of the biggest, from what I understand, this qualifier is one of the biggest that the Minnesota section PGA hosts. We're at 160 kids today. Well, I didn't do anything. We just showed up and we put flags in the ground and said, ready, set, go. Really, it's our support staff with the Minnesota section that does all of the heavy lifting. They showed up last night, put in all the flags in the ground, set up the driving range. There's a lot of stuff that goes into, it's all front loaded, right? There's just so much stuff on the front end, but they do such a great job setting everything up and working everything out. So it's a lot of fun.
It's been nice. I know that's been kind of an emphasis for us, is to always try to make sure that we have at least a local qualifier in our area. Because I think it is important, because we do have a lot of kids within our local area and within the region that would love to participate and have the opportunity for this, so that they don't have to travel, long distances. And so we've been, fortunate to have a lot of facilities that have stepped up to the plate and offered up their golf courses for whether it be a local or a sub-regional. The cool thing about it, if anybody's listening out there that hasn't had a child or grandchild that's went through something like this, is it costs nothing.
Right.
That's the coolest thing about it.
Is that Visa, MasterCard, check?
You can do
Venmo,
cash, Venmo, Visa. It's all
zero.
Free.
That's spectacular.
$3.99.
So it's a really cool opportunity. And you know what? your kid doesn't have to be a future tour pro at this time. I mean, they can come on out there. You're just hitting a few drives, you're hitting a few chips, you're hitting a few putts. It's just overall just kind of a fun experience. I think they get a little swag as well.
They do.
For showing up.
Yeah, it was funny. So we've got staff members that are helping out at the registration side of things, and they've got all of the divot repair tools and the hats and all of the stuff that's hanging out there. And they're like, "So is this for the winners?" And I'm like, "No, this is like every kid gets this." And like, "Oh my god, for helpers too, for volunteers too." I'm like, you guys got to chill on that. But yeah, they get a nice little swag package to just entering in this, and everyone's gonna walk away with something. So
yeah.
Before we go, by the way, guys, before we're done, we should probably take our photo on that first, second, third podium right there. Because have you guys seen?
I have never in my life been on any podium, so this would be fantastic.
Play the national anthem for you.
Oh my goodness!
So that's also another cool thing. Just talking about how this drive, chip, putt. They think of everything, right? And I love seeing all the kids in every age division when they crown the champions. Those that get on the podium obviously are advancing, so they put them on the podium, take the picture, and it's a really cool vibe. So, what kind of do you have any? You got a big circle on the sheet of paper there. Did you actually read that piece of paper?
I was going to do a lot of research, and I was going to print that research off, and I printed out just one page. So I've got a big circle around just the only thing that I was going to say that was relevant. And this has been a national incentive that started back in 2013, so it has been going on for a while. And I think that basically began with the Masters Golf Committee, or Augusta National, the USGA and the PGA. As kind of a joint adventure. And so it's been one of those national programs that has been very successful, I think, and probably brought a lot of kids maybe into golf possibly.
Yeah, as far as, this is like, what was the punt, pass, kick? What was the thing in football?
Yeah, punt, pass, kick.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is our version of that, and I do
They still have that. Really? Yeah. You had kids punting it like 85 yards. They can throw the ball 110. They had to make the field bigger.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roll back the ball.
Great.
Make the ball bigger. Right. As far as this is concerned, I would agree with you in the fact that it brings a lot of kids into it, because we have a lot of kids in our junior golf program that this is their major, right? So we have those kids in that they're graduating out of that 4 to 6, and now they're in that 7 to 9 year age group. And so when they get to 7, they can actually compete in this. And we do see a lot of a heightened response around this time of year when, parents are coming out and the kids are driving, they're chipping, they're putting. By the way, it is bananas. For some reason, the kids all know when you mark the dot on the green. There's never so from last year, we put the dot on the green. For those of you who don't know, we use turf paint, and we put the dot down where we want the ground screw to come up for the day of the drive, chip, putt. As soon as you put that dot down, it's like there's a siren that goes off. These like a dog whistle. We can't even hear it, but for some reason, all these kids then descend on the chipping and the putting area, and they're all putting to the dot. They're all putting to the dot.
You are a rookie.
So when do you slap down the dot?
We predetermine where that's going to go, but we do not until the green screw comes on out there and we tell them this is where it's going to go.
I'm going to tell you right now, I kind of like that, the fun part about I kind of like seeing all the kids' faces when they come in, like, hey, that's where it's going to be. That is where it's going to be.
But we just wait and bring them on out there. When the kids are ready for the competition, they're going, not there. Not there. No, not there. Yeah, there.
Put it on the slope. Put it on the slope.
You haven't tricked them yet, have you? Put it there where it's really not there?
Oh.
Like, reverse it. So next year, that's the chipping location, and that's the putting
there
location.
You go.
So, yeah, we did see a lot of kids putting down water bottles on top of where that dot is. I mean, really, the dot has only been there for 48 hours. But I did meet Ryan Stahlberger on the putting green this morning, and he was like, holy cow, there's a lot of traffic out here. He's like, it'll look fine. It'll be just fine because they'll roll it, they'll mow it, they'll roll it. But holy cow, there's a lot of traffic out here. So anyways, really stoked to see all of the parents and the kids, and it's gonna be a fun day. We got kids showing up all the way from 8 o'clock, and we close up at 2:30 today. So it's gonna be a long day out on the driving range for our range kids. They're gonna be just mowing circles out there in that range picker.
So do they have a time that they're supposed to show up? So they have like tee times.
It's exactly that. So they've got, I believe they're set up at like 2-minute intervals. Is it 2 or 4 or something like that? So it is like an event, right? You show up to the registration and you get your scorecard, get your swag gift, all of that, get your rules, any pertinent information that you need. Your scorecard then says this is where you need to be at the drive. So it's got your tee time for the drive, it's got your tee time for the chip, and tee time for the putt. And so they'll hit three shots at each location. They turn in their scorecard at the end, and then we tally the results towards the back of the clubhouse. There's a leaderboard posted, and then when the results are done, kids on the podium, take a picture, see you at Augusta. So it's really fun.
Or Oxbow.
In this case, Oxbow.
And they do it so well too because they do it all by age, so you're in and out pretty quick here. Even if you want to stay around till the end, it goes by reasonably quickly to get through your whole flight or your aging bracket.
Yeah, and again, shout out to the Minnesota Section PGA for crushing it. Like when they come, they make it so easy, and they do such a great job. So if they weren't here doing what they do, we could make it work. We couldn't make it look this good. They do a great job.
Kaylee Ekstrom.
It is Catherine Wagner.
Catherine Wagner.
Yep. And I don't know the last name, but her assistant Olivia.
Nice.
So
Thank you.
yeah, they've done great.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Well, man, in addition to this huge major, I think we've already touched base a little bit, but we do have another major going on. I kind of always get pretty excited about this one. I kind of actually get excited to get up super early in the morning to watch this one. And this
you don't have to get up super early. You just get up. Both you guys, you just get up when you get up, right?
This one though, yesterday I was up a little bit earlier than I normally get.
Is that like a rim shot? Like
what was that? Did you guys hear that?
Yeah,
I did.
I think we're losing power. But we've got the British Open. Royal Liverpool.
No.
The Open.
That's a rookie.
It's called the
Open
Championship.
The Open Championship.
British Open was a long time ago, Matt. You were like in your 20s. I was, or you were 10. I was 35. Anyway,
The Open.
the Open.
The
Open.
151st Open.
151.
No, I was watching a little bit. I saw a Tom Hoagie sighting at one point. I was really excited because when I turned on, he had just rolled one on hand to go 1 under for the tournament. And I was thinking, here we go. We're on the right page. And then he ended up following with that in the bogey on the front 9, finished through 27 holes at even, and then struggled on the back 9. I think he's +5, kind of on the outside looking in, I think, as far as in the cut line right now. So that was a little bit unfortunate, especially after having a pretty fair performance in the Scottish Open, a week ago. And so, but as Greg had mentioned, man, Brian Harmon's just tearing things up like
he's sitting at 6 under, 10 under for the total right now. So like Royal Liverpool's one of these courses where if the wind doesn't blow, they're gonna shoot the lights out. Especially, I think I saw it. Oh gosh, I can't remember who tweeted it out. It was a tour player that tweeted it out. Said that expect low scores because it's soft right now, and they're hoping that it firms up. I would think that the RNA is hoping that this thing firms up and it plays a little. They're kind of hoping that they don't put any added water down because they did get a little bit of a wet streak going in. They had a lot of rain coming into the Open, so similar to when Rory won it. It's going to play soft. These guys are going to be throwing it at pins. The tweet was something to the degree of like hit a gap wedge from the rough downwind and spun it back 3 inches or something like that. Shouldn't happen or something. So it's going to play definitely a ball strikers type of course. They're going to be able to fire at pins, I think, up until it dries out. Have you guys seen much of it so far?
I've seen, I'm going to say 4 shots and a half a putt. So I have no idea.
Probably right there. I saw Rory hit one out of a front bunker on 14. I think the golf course is kind of a tale of 2 nines. There's that inland 9, and then there's, I don't know when they expanded it because it's an old golf course, but that I shouldn't say the inward, the out and then the in. The in is going to be the back nine. That windswept dunes, all that back nine area is really cool. And for TV, it's going to look great. It's really intriguing. The outward nine is more, you don't see much of the ocean, you don't see much of the coastline, but when they start making their way in, that is going to be a true test of golf, especially if that wind blows. We're hoping for a little. Aren't you guys like at least one day where we get some elements?
Yeah, it was blowing. I saw 2 shots this morning. It was blowing 15 to 20. And I think Brian Harmon right now, I believe, is sitting in the clubhouse somewhere. He's kind of trying to crank it up to 30, I think, to give himself a little gap there.
Yeah,
I think like Tommy Fleetwood was in second, and he's later.
Yeah, that would be monumental if Tommy Fleetwood would pull this one out. I think that would be an amazing win. Get the monkey off the back. I think that he's due. Don't you think?
He's been playing good too. Especially like the last month. He's been playing good, and I know he didn't play great earlier in the year. So golf is hard. Ask Justin Thomas how hard golf is.
That's just what I was going to say. Can we talk about Justin Thomas?
Yeah.
Is there a world where JT does not make the Ryder Cup?
Yes.
Do you think that because of his finish, do you think the Ryder Cup's done? Or do you think that he still has he had to have been a captain's pick anyway. Now,
man, he's got to start playing better. Maybe he starts
doesn't
playing.
have much time.
No, he's not played very well.
Does he? I haven't looked either. Does he even have enough points, like FedEx Cup points, to even make the playoffs?
I think he's 70th.
Because it's top 70, right?
Well, 125.
125.
Then it goes to 70.
Yeah,
But
got it.
so he's probably. You would think he could get in. I don't know how many points he's got at 70th. Probably enough. Well, maybe not enough. He could miss.
You always think that for like the next. I'm not going to say several, but at least the next couple Ryder Cups, JT and Spieth, that's like the tag team, man. And I don't know if there's enough on the resume right now when you look at where JT's going to make the squad or to be that captain's pick. Man, it's going to be tough to pick.
Yeah, I might have to take Tiger's kid over him.
Go Charlie Woods on that.
No, that's been tough. He had obviously another tough tournament for him. I think.
What did he end up firing this second round? What was it? It was like,
I don't know what he shot second round.
what was his opener?
82.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only 2 over par for us, but
That's a 2 over pro par.
not very
I
good
think
for them.
Dustin Johnson also had a difficult tournament. I think he was he double digits over probably, and
Probably
Phil, I
not
think, was
his
about the
golf
same.
course.
Right.
Probably.
Wait, it was kind of fun when I just turned it on this morning. They were getting to the 17th hole, and I was watching. There's only about 14 people that went through at that time, and that's it's newly built, or I don't know what change they've all done since the past, but I think they call it the Little I now.
Yeah.
And I think they played this thing as short as about 100 yards or something like that. And so you think, oh wow, this is birdie central. This should be easy. And I think through the first 14 guys, there was like 7 bogeys already, but not for Travis. I think it's either Travis Smythe or Smith. He come on up, and I think one right in the hole, and that was the first ever hole-in-one at Royal Liverpool's
Cool.
new hole. So that was a lot of fun for him. I think there was one other birdie. Actually, I think there were through those first 14. His playing partner also hit it about 2 feet and made birdie. So I guess you either got to hit it like really, really close, or you're making bogey.
The other thing that's very unique to Royal Liverpool, which is going to be a hot topic, I don't know if they've really discussed it they had to have discussed it on the broadcast, but is all of the out of bounds. There is a ton of out of bounds, and it's not out of bounds it's not designed that way to be, it doesn't mark the perimeter necessarily, because there's a lot of in-course out of bounds. They actually use the out of bounds as a design feature. There's a couple of holes, including there was there's an old par 3 that they're not using. I think it was like the old 16th or something, where the out of bounds line actually encroaches onto the green complex. So back in the day, they truly used this out of bounds as a design feature for the golf course, and we have seen several out of bounds already. So
They have multiple courses with that feature though.
how do you guys like?
Across the pond?
Yeah, do you like that?
Do I like it that close, or do I like internal out of bounds? Is that what you're asking?
I'm asking, do you like
Yes,
the
I do,
idea
actually.
of using out of bounds? It doesn't necessarily mean out of like in an in-course out of bounds feature, but do you like saying, okay, we're going to implement out of bounds as a design feature to increase the difficulty or force a player down a channel?
I mean, no different than a water pond or a
Sure.
water hazard,
So
really.
would you? So you would just put that as like I guess
I don't have a problem with it.
You don't have a problem with that?
No.
I don't know. I was thinking of that exact same thing. I had a chance to get down. I'd never played Alexandria Golf Club before. And I'm trying to think on the back side there, as I was watching this event, they've got a hole like that up on the left portion.
Several.
Might have been a par 5, but in one
12.
particular,
12
probably. And you kind of get up towards the top of the hill and you don't even realize that out of bounds is like, wow, it's like really, really tight on the left side. And I was kind of thinking like, why would the feature be out of bounds right here? Because you do have just kind of like a waste area that could be almost declared as far as just a penalty area, you know? So I was just thinking like a daily pace of play. That's the only thing I don't like about an out of bounds feature like that, or in some courses, just because it seems like it's one more way to kind of slow down play.
Do they own that property?
Out at Alex?
Yeah.
I think that's farmland.
Yeah, I don't think they own that property. So it is
Okay.
marking the outside, I think.
Okay,
I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it jets into the golf course slightly,
Sure.
but I don't think they own that property.
that could be just kind of like a waste area. So
Yeah, I mean, I think done correctly, I think there's some golf courses that utilize in-course out of bounds simply because they don't have the property. They don't have the length to be able to, because you're blocking off dog legs and stuff like that, and you don't want to go crisscross and things like that. So in those circumstances, it kind of gets kind of hokey in ways. But I think if done correctly, it definitely makes golfers pucker up a little bit when you're hitting tee balls. And I think on short par 4s, I think especially when you start putting a premium on a tee ball, especially in major championships like this, and when we're forcing guys to we're talking about roll back on the ball and distance and everything. Certainly these guys that are swinging at 130 miles an hour, 125 miles an hour, these guys are going to probably think twice when there's all this in-course out of bounds. Would you not agree?
I would agree.
Yeah. So it's kind of a way, right, to keep all of that in check. And I do think we're going to see some even lower scores as we get going. What's Brian Harmon at? Is he at 10?
He was at 10 when I left.
So
I don't. That was for 16 holes. I don't know how I finished.
yep, he finished 10.
10. Good.
yeah. So I mean, and I don't know what did Rory shoot when he won? I mean, he had to have been double digits or close to.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it gets back to our point, like, are we trying to preserve par? I don't think we necessarily are. We're just trying to, if we can identify the best golfer that week, this is what the score is. And I think Royal Liverpool is going to be a really fun test, and I'm excited to see what happens there. So now that we've got kind of 1.5 rounds figured out, we got a little cheat sheet here. Who do you guys like after you kind of see who's rising up here?
I'll be honest with you. I've only saw Brian Harmon. And then Tommy Fleetwood yesterday. Other than that, I have no clue.
Okay, here, Matt, go. Let's run down the leaderboard just really quick here. Let's go just top 10. Who do we got here? This. Do you want me to do it?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay, so I got live stuff. So Ryan Harmon right now -10. Tommy Fleetwood.
Yep.
Okay, but he's at -5. He's only through 1 though, so he just started his day. That's going to be an interesting one. Let's see. Rosner.
Don't know.
Anyone? Bueller.
Mhm.
Okay. Jordan at -3. Sink at -3. Spieth at -3. Clark at that's Wyndham Clark -3. Minwoo Lee at -3. Sharma -3. Stewart at -3. Siwoo Kim. God, there's a lot of international flags there that I do not know where they are from. And then we got Max Homa and Jason Day lurking there at -2. So honestly, it's kind of a mixed bag there at the top right now. I think I still really do like my Tommy Fleetwood pick there.
Yeah, he was kind of a favorite going in.
Yeah.
How about you, G-Mac?
Me, I'm not playing.
You're
Pick me.
You're observing.
Yeah, I figured I'd give Brian Harmon a chance. I hit it farther than Brian Harmon, by the way.
So
That's not saying. I mean, no, I'm just kidding. I don't. But I'm close.
Brian, if you're listening, to
You
this
hit it
podcast,
way farther than Brian Harmon.
How far does Brian Harmon hit it? Do you think?
Under tour conditions,
Yes. Good
Wow.
point, by the way.
40 yards a roll, 290. If he tees it up at one of our facilities here, I bet maybe 270, maybe.
Okay.
But he's like really pretty good with his irons, and he's like on the greens.
Yeah, he's
Like Cook. He
yeah.
can roll it.
The 2-foot trembler. Yeah. No, he has been rolling it really well. I want to let you go ahead and pick.
Thanks.
I was kind of thinking of Brian Harmon, but I'm since you took Brian Harmon, I don't want to be the same. So,
Do you go as low as do you go Scheffler? Because Scheffler is still.
I think the hardest part about the Open Championship is the draw matters, because they don't do 1 in 10. They go all day, and the draw can be really tricky there, because you can get a really nice draw and have great weather, and you can really get a really bad draw and have bad weather. So
And
I
later
think
on,
after two rounds, then Saturday, Sunday gets a little bit easier, because the field gets condensed and it's not as big a factor. So, if it blows really hard this afternoon, Tommy Fleetwood, if he shot even par or maybe 1 over, maybe that's an exceptionally good score. Although it did blow a little this morning, and Brian Harmon still shot under par. So I think you have to get through today.
yeah. You said, who did you say? Jordan, not Jordan Spieth. You said Jordan.
so Jordan Spieth's up there at 2 under. I lost it here.
I think the problem with Scheffler right now is he hasn't been rolling it very good.
No.
I mean,
Don't
he's a great
Ask him
ball.
that in a press conference. So
Is that right?
he's testy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh boy, he's
I mean,
testy.
great ball striker, but just he hasn't been rolling it very well right now.
Stewie Sink, by the way, T3 always plays well at the Open.
Maybe his course too. If
Totally.
if the wind doesn't blow, he would be a very good pick.
So we were yesterday. We kind of had we were talking with our staff out on the right before junior golf, and we were kind of picking who do you think will win? Who do you want to win? Who's your dark horse? Like who could win? And then the last one was who do you not want to win? Right? And I mean, who would be bad for golf if they won?
Patrick Reed. I say it over. I said it out loud.
And he's there. He's lurking.
There.
He's lurking.
Yeah, he's lurking.
So my who do I?
He's gonna block me now. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe his wife will block me.
I picked who do I think would win. At that time I was on the Rory train. All right, and then who do I want to win? Ricky Fowler. Well, I don't know if that's going to happen. And then as far as who do I think could win, that would be a dark horse. I picked. This is going to sound crazy, but Patrick Harrington, because have you seen what that guy has been doing? He has found the fountain of youth. He was leading or in the top 10 of driving distance at the Scottish. And so past champion, dude's crushing it. And then who do you not want to win? I actually picked Patrick Cantlay, but I would also go with the other Patrick too.
We obviously don't like Patrick very
yeah.
well.
Patrick's fine.
Any
Patrick,
Patrick
not
in
so
the
much.
field is out.
Yeah.
Laura, who are you picking?
Just pick a name.
John.
Yeah, that's
Rom. Yeah.
Is he from
Good
St.
pick.
Paul?
Yeah,
That's
I
what
think
thought.
so.
I think I'm going Spieth.
Okay.
Only
That'd be
because
good.
of
That'd
that's
be good.
who I'd like to see
Yeah.
and who
That'd be awesome.
he'd be my dark horse, and that'd be it.
You kind of get an all-in-one
Yeah.
stop shop there.
I think it's weird that it's the 24th of July and we're going to be done with majors.
Agreed. Feels
It
weird.
feels weird to me.
Yeah, because the Open was always August, right?
So
So
PGA was always August.
oh yeah, and then I forgot with the flip flop there.
It's all right.
Yeah.
I understand.
I'm
it. It's
new
just,
here.
It's just different.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Well, what else do we have going? You guys have anything happening at facilities here?
Well, first, let's talk Discover Junior Golf.
Let's do that.
We had our final U12, U9 event at El Zago this past week. We had 71 players. It was awesome. Thank you to all the kids that played, all the parents, all the grandparents, everybody who supported our first year of Discover Junior Golf. Went fantastically. We have a U18 event at Rose Creek next Wednesday. We have, I believe, over 50 signed up for that already, which is another great turnout, so we appreciate that. And then we have our final 2-day event, first day at Rose Creek, second day at Edgewood, that second week of August. So all those Class B'ers out there, sorry, that was my bad, just scheduling wise. We'll take care of that next year. But we still have time to register for both events, and we appreciate everybody, the Solberg family, Bell Bank, everybody who's helped us out, all the volunteers. We appreciate that greatly. It helps us. Our assistants have done a great job there, so we look forward to Rose Creek on Wednesday, and then Rose Creek and Edgewood the next Sunday, Monday.
Yeah. I think it is something like the
Monday,
6th, 7th,
Tuesday.
or something like that. Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, and they can check out all the results on Discover. What is it? DiscoverTour.golfgenius.com is where it's at. DiscoverTour.golfgenius.com, and you can see how all of those results have wrapped up. It's a nice collection of events. I'm looking forward to see what is in store for next year already. Hearing a lot of really good comments from obviously parents and kids, but it's really interesting to hear too now with our assistants and Tom Porton especially leading the charge here to see what we've got in store going forward, because this tour is just getting going. So kudos to those guys. Anything else happening?
We have our men's club event, final event. I shouldn't say final event, our club championship already the 29th. So it's coming up quickly. It seems like it's hard to believe that that's going to be over, but we usually run that just a little bit earlier as we start getting into some of the other big tournaments around this area and try to avoid that. So, yeah, it feels like we're approaching the end of the summer quickly.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like
We're going to be moving into August shortly.
yeah, basically one more full week of July, and then we're into August. So, yeah, and as far as Osgood's concerned right now, we don't really have anything major on the calendar. It's a lot of open play here, so be sure that book your tee time, right? Go to fargogolf.net, book your tee time. We do have passes, physical passes in the golf shops now. We got our brand new passes with the brand new logo on them. So if you're one of those people that maybe don't have a physical pass, that you've already purchased them, go into your golf shops today and make sure that you get that physical pass. And then go to fargogolf.net, book your tee times 3 days in advance. You can certainly book any of the 5 public golf courses in the Fargo Golf family right there. And then if you enjoy the content that you're getting right now, please click subscribe, follow us on Spotify and on YouTube. So I'm getting better at that whole dovetail and just kind of segue into our little commercial break there. So it's only taken me about, we're probably at year and a half right now.
Yep.
Yeah. How many episodes? What we didn't even say what episode this is.
It says episode 44.
That sounds too much.
No, I don't think so.
No, I think that's I think we
think that's
count
right. I
correctly.
think that's right on the money.
Jim Foreman? Who's 44?
Chuck Foreman.
Chuck Foreman.
Jim Foreman.
Sorry, Jim.
Way to go.
Jim Larson.
Jim Brown, were you thinking?
Jim Brown.
Jim Brown and Chuck Foreman combined.
Who's the Larson on the Purple People Eaters?
Jim Larson.
Jim Larson. Sorry.
You guys ready for a little trivia here? Are you done with your advertising spiel?
Done.
You wanted to be done. I'm going to make you sit here for a little
We're
longer.
gonna make a stew.
In our
Okay.
our golf meeting last Tuesday, I was mentioning how many hole-in-ones we've had on Fargo Park's courses
Oh, this
this
is
year.
good.
Now remember this: we've only been open about, let's say, 75 days. So 75 days, 5 courses. That's 375 opportunities to make a hole-in-one. We have how many? See if they don't look at my Twitter page at all, or the Fargo Park's Twitter page.
You posted this?
Yep.
I'm so sorry.
31.
See, Matt Cook did.
Did I read?
Yeah, 31.
Oh.
Total?
Actually,
Where is that at?
that's all 5 combined. It's all 5 courses combined.
How many have you had at Edgewood?
31. I think we've had 5 or 6.
Okay.
Elzegel had one this morning. Lynn Bolstead, number 5. Congratulations. We went 6 days in a row 3 weeks ago.
Okay, I was wondering about that too.
6 days in a row.
Okay.
Crazy.
Interesting. Because
32 aces so far.
I'm going to tell you right now, I think we've had more than that. Just because
For sure.
we've had 9 now here. So,
Wow. You guys are instructing the players very well, by the way, to have 32 hole-in-ones already.
You know, if you're one of those guys or gals
Or kids.
that are kids that has not had a hole-in-one yet,
Yeah, go see.
you should really go over to Elzegel, not just because it's a beautiful golf course.
Careful.
9 opportunities
Careful.
for hole-in-ones. And you should go on over there. Have they had the Shriners deal yet?
No.
When is that
That's
coming up?
a week from Sunday. the
Can they
30th.
still get into that?
Yes. Yep. Yes.
9 opportunities.
Yep.
To get a hole-in-one.
Big prizes: cars, boats, trailers, RVs. Serious.
that's incredible.
If you have not had a hole-in-one,
Why
you
do you,
should really.
is that like right at the Roxbury? Why are you like keep on?
So we could
What is
start
that?
this. Matt, how many hole-in-ones have you had?
I've only had one.
Okay.
Hey guys,
You want me to go second or
Yeah,
third?
go
I
ahead.
gotta.
I've had
Hey,
5.
I gotta help out with this.
So we're up-
Hold on a second.
We're up to 7. Chris, Laura, how many hole-in-ones?
You've had 2? Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Chris Larson, how many
Are we
hole-in-ones?
counting Thunder Road?
Yes, we are actually.
Oh gosh, well if we're counting Thunder Road, then I've had 0.
How many hole-in-ones, Chris?
I've had 0.
0 hole. That
Yeah.
actually
Mm.
surprises me big time.
Yeah, and it's not getting any better right now because like I need to play golf in order to get a hole-in-one. So
How about Albatross? Any double eagles?
Nope,
Chris
none.
Larson, Matt
Nope.
Cook. None? What? Are you guys bad or
I
what?
Yeah.
can't
You
drive
guys
it on a
play?
par 4. I
You
can't
guys
get you
got-
a par 5
Here,
and
no,
2.
no, here's what I will tell you. You guys got to take a Sand Green tour with us. You have a better opportunity there. We have 300-yard par 5s.
well, we do get to play. Are you playing on Monday?
I'm not playing on Monday.
Oh, you're playing on Monday.
Yeah.
So we've got the Pro Gal
Yeah.
going on at Detroit Country Club. So there is ample opportunity there
Yes.
to get an ace. So
Have they had a victory there?
have I had a victory?
Yes.
I don't think so. I don't think I have. I think
Monday. You'll be.
I've shot 66 there,
Oh, good. That's good.
but I think that was like one of the years that like
Tiger Woods played.
yeah, like Roach or something, or maybe you shot.
No.
I think someone shot 64 that time. It was something goofy like that, man. Going in, I had a great team too. Our team won. Could have been an Izzy deal there too. Anyways,
More than likely.
yeah. So, yeah, I'm hoping for a good day.
Okay.
Hoping for a hole-in-one. There's ample opportunity for a double eagle there too.
How many par 5s?
Well, I'm
3. And you're thinking par 4s now, aren't you? I think you're going to make a 1 on a par 4 there, aren't you?
I could just get both out of the way right there. Hole-in-one.
Yes.
Right. Just get a twofer.
Yeah.
So, stay tuned. We'll see. And the fact that we've got Laura here today and not Tori, which we love having Laura here,
Yes.
but the segment that we were supposed to keep dishing out to Tori to see how she was playing in league, she continually is
She's
just
dodging us
she
now.
is
Avoiding.
dodging.
She will not even be here for this because I didn't monetize it like I said.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you. So,
Yeah.
is there
But
eventually
part of
gonna
the problem is I can't get in the building to monetize it. Right?
Yeah. Come during art classes.
When is that?
I don't know.
Hey, that would be a great media opportunity. We could have the Muni Misfits and the art period. We could all just do a little drawing.
Yeah.
I will make sure that I get this monetized by our. Is she here next week or are you here?
It should be her, I think.
That's unfortunate. I'd rather have you.
Now's
Anyway,
the
we'll try to make sure. Tori, if you're listening, and I'm sure you are,
Always.
we're gonna monetize this week. So be ready.
Perfect. So, anything else to add today, guys?
No, I think we're way off the fairway.
Are we way in the weeds right now?
Oh, yeah, we're so out of bounds.
Okay. Well, hey, thanks for tuning in to Muni Misfits. We really enjoy all of the subscribers, the followers, and if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. Follow us on Spotify. This is Muni Misfits, and we will see you next week.